So sometimes a lot of you are competing with the residue of what you have just came out of. Somebody say the residue, the residue. See, you better get this because when you come out, you need to understand one thing, that if you learn how to give God some worship and learn how to give God some praise, what happens is it can silence the voices of the residue. And come on, somebody. In other words, is there a balm in Gilead? And so what happened? It masked. Come on, somebody. It masked the residue. And once it masked the residue, I don't look like what I've been through. Because of what I've gone through, I've gave God some praise and some worship. Now it has masked the residue. And so now I don't look, come on. See, that's somebody's testimony on this morning. I don't look like what I've gone through. Should have been dead a long time ago, but I don't look like what I should have been divorced, but I don't look. Come on, somebody. Should have filed for bankruptcy. I did file for bankruptcy, but I don't look like what I've been through. Got 5 children and 5 baby daddies, but I don't look like what I've been through because I got a new praise on the other side of my storm. Grab somebody by the hand and say, baby, you better get a new praise on the other side of your storm. You can ask some of you, the reason why you are frustrated with life is because there's a deep that's calling you. And that deep is saying you've been shallow too long. And I'm trying to call you from the shallow place. And I'm trying to call you into the place of deep, because the Bible declares that great men do great work in the deep. And so God is calling some of you right now out of the shallow part into the deep, but you will not go into the deep until you learn how to deal with the fear that's been battling with your mind. Those voices that's been robbing you of your dreams and your sleep, and you've been listening to negative people just because they didn't succeed. Let me go and tell you right now, it don't mean that God is not going to let me succeed in what they failed in. So before you become critical about others, remember, if it had not been for the Lord, you wouldn't be clean. So that's why I'm not as critical as other pastors when I see these kind of shots. Because if it had not been for God cleaning me up, if it had not been for the Lord cleaning me up, if it had not been for the Lord cleaning me up, come on, somebody. If it had not been for the Lord cleaning me up, if it had not been for the Lord cleaning me up, if it had not been for God cleaning me up. And so what God is saying, he said, Luther, I clean you up. Now give me the chance to clean somebody else up.